Hey guys, welcome back. It's Dave. Again, we're in Stagecast working on a game called Frame Squared. Well, how'd you do on your homework? I had asked you to finish creating rules for flying north and flying south. I have mine right here. I have a little scenario over here. I put them down here because there are 3 north-south type dots in a line. So I want to see what he does. Ooh, now that's funny because when I tested it, he always turned south on this dot. That's the first time he went all the way through. Let's try it again. Ooh, did you see that? He flipped twice there. All right, let's do it one more time. He flipped there, but then he kept going. See? So it's working. All right, we'll put it down here again. For a review, let's just take a look at the north. Okay. Here's the scenario, right? Are you fly that looks like you're facing north? Is there a dot and nothing past you? Is your DIR north? Okay. If all those things happen, then these 3 things can happen. Move me to the other side of the dot. Randomly pick north or south and position it in DIR. Then take DIR and put it into appearance. And again, if I edit and go into this calculator, this is the weird stuff that we learned last time. Look at all this. First thing we did, and we did it by clicking this little dice, pick a random number from 1 to 2. I hit equals, that popped this guy in. I gave it a name, 1 or 2. Then I went up here and I clicked in here and I typed in NS. No spaces or quotes or commas, just 2 letters, NS. Then I clicked on text and I chose character number. And then I grabbed this box by this border and I dragged it and dropped it right in here. That popped out this guy and this guy. I called this new direction. So the second character was S. Here it is again. And then I clicked in here and I gave it a better name. And then hit enter. And then I dragged it and dropped it right in here. You see that? So that's how that works. Okay, so that should get us ready for today. Okay, let's do some house cleaning, all right? Let's make a drawer. We'll call it do first, and we're going to say this guy is called jumping. And again, we'll put it after the timers. And I like north, south, east, west, so I'm going to grab west. I got to go backwards. East, south, north. Again, what matter? It really doesn't matter for these rules. North, south, east, west. That's just how I think of compass directions. Okay? All right, he's almost done. The last thing we want to do, and I'm going to turn him to face west again, and change DIR to W. There are going to be times where he is going to run into a border, and nothing is going to happen. Do you see that? Okay, well, how are we going to handle that? Well, to do that, let's take a quick jaunt back into some of these rules. Here's fly west, and I'm not even going to go in it because we can see it right here. For fly west to work, he has to be facing west in front of an empty square. Do you see that? For jumping, jump west, he has to be facing west. There has to be a dot in front of him in an empty square. You see that? But in this scenario, there's nothing there. He's by himself. You see? I want to make a rule on him by himself. All right, now I'm going to cancel that for a second. If I move him out here, the same thing could be said for this. Yeah, he's facing west by himself. You see that? But if we remember that the way Stagecast does its rules, it starts at the top and works down. As long as these rules we're about to do are down here under both of these rules will only get run if he's facing west in front of a wall or in front of us. You see that? Because if he's not, like he is right here, one of these, or in this instance, general movement would take over and he would jump here. You see? Okay. All right, so I'll cancel this. Let's put him back over here. All right, so he's at a border facing west, right? And we are DIRW. So here's what it's going to look like. It's almost the same as jumping, really. Okay, how could we say turn around from west? How about that? Okay, so he's facing west. We come in here. He's facing west. We'll do the check as your DIR west. Okay, again, well, actually, this time, no, I think we should put the timer in. So we'll put the timer in and we'll say only turn when you're set to 0. That way he's not moving and then immediately turns and moves up. So he'll move, he'll bump in, he'll wait for the timer, then he'll turn and start moving, okay? And then over here. All right, so now we have to figure out what's going on. We are not physically moving him in this rule. So he will not come back here or go up or go down. All right, all he's going to do is turn direction. So really, the only thing that's going on is we're going to pick a new direction and a new appearance. And then just like we did from the jumping, when we set it into dir, we're going to take dir and put it into appearance. All right, so then we want the calculator. Now we're going to have to think about this. Originally I said if he's moving to the west and he hits, he should either go north or south. The first time I played around with it, I also made him go west. Then I got to thinking, no, I only want him to go up or down. But why? Why? He should be able to go, really. So if you think about it, he could go in 3 different directions, north, south, or in this case, east. You see that? Okay. So it's similar to what we did with jumping, except this time we've got 3 choices. So the first thing I'm going to have the computer do is pick a number that's random between 1 and 3. I'll hit equal, and I'll say 1, 2, or 3. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Then in the display, which directions could he go? North, east, west. I'm sorry, north, east, south. So I want to say capital N, capital E, capital S. And again, did you notice I'm using capitals? That's because the appearance and the DIR have to be capitals in order for the rules to work. So don't use lowercase in here. All right, so here it is, NES. And then we'll finish it the same way. Pick character number, this guy. So notice he's a 3. Now when I do this, he's going to possibly change. Don't be kept a 3. Good. And the third character is S. And we'll say, just like we did for jumping, new dir. But up here, we'll give it slightly better. North, east, or south. Hit enter. And then grab. I'm going to try grabbing the calculator this time. Oh yeah, that works too. Okay. And then it's your little white mouse arrow that has to go in that box. You see that? So again, put north, east, or south into dir. In other words, anything other than west. Okay. And then notice I put north here, right? If I come over here, notice DIR was also set, I'm sorry, not DIR, but appearance was also set to north. You see that? Okay, so I'm going to say done. Now let's do our scenario again. We'll back him up. We'll set him west. All right, so now let's see what he does when he hits that border. Ooh. Okay, did you see what happened? He turned right in the middle. Why? It's in the wrong place. Remember? He has to be at the bottom. So let's try that again. He's facing west. His DIR is west. Now let's check it again. Oh, now that time he just turned around. Okay. All right, let's turn him around again. set it to west. Let's do this. Oh, see? All right, looks like he's working. Okay, now let's run one more test. Let's put him up here next to the frame. Because remember we said that the frame, he will not hop into the frame. He will not cause us to lose. So let's see what he does on the frame. Did you see? Okay. So he purposely will not jump into us and cause us to lose. All right. Okay, let's do the opposite of west. Let's try east. So we'll set it to east. We'll set dir to east. And actually, just because I think it helps the way my mind works. If I put them out here, I'm not thinking straight because there's nothing there. I want to put them at a border, okay? And this time we want to say turn around from east, okay? So turn around from east. All right, let's pop over here. Are you facing east? Is your dir east? Is the timer back to 0? We might take this out. When we finish all 4, we'll see what happens, because maybe we don't need to do that. Okay. Then we're going to come over here. And again, we only need 2. We need dir. We need appearance. For appearance, it's the dir that's going to go into it. It's the calculation that's going to figure out what the new dir needs to be. This time, again, we want a random number from 1 to 3. All right, we'll call it 1, 2, or 3. Okay. All right, now, in this case, he could go north, west, south. So I'm going to say capital letters, north, west, south. Then we'll say text, character number, grab this guy, drop him in, call this a name. We'll say new dir. And up here, we'll say north, west, or south. Hit the enter key. This time I'll grab it from the calculator again, and we'll drop it in. Okay? All right, let's see. Let's back him out. We'll turn him around. We'll set him to east, and see if it works. All right, what happened? Did you figure it out? Yeah, remember? They must be at the bottom, or else in midair they'll turn. And really, that's not too fair. So let's run our last test here, and he should work a lot nicer this time. See that? All right. This time around, let's take a look at that movement again. We have 2 more rules to do, but maybe we'll make it a little easier. I want you looking at that timer. There's a pause in there. Notice he pauses before he does it. All right, what if we ran another test? We'll put him over here for west. Let's try taking that timer check out. All right, so if we take the timer check out of this one, and we take the timer check out of this one. All right, let's see this. Oh, wait. Sorry. Let's do the east. East, facing east. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, why is it? East. Now hold on. Turn around from the east. Is your appearance east? Is your dir east? Right? And because he's below these, this rule should not hit unless he's over here. So why is it automatically happening? That should not happen. Oh. Okay. All right, I see what's going on. We do need to check. These rules only get executed when the timer is 0. If the timer is anything else, it'll continue going down. And that's why he was able to do that. Okay, so you know what? we are going to need the timer check. So in this case, they're ghosted out, so we're going to have to get it this way. Yeah, so we have to say the same thing that the other rules say, or those rules in there are not going to get caught. Okay, so edit and timer. All right, so we're going to have to keep them in there. All right, let's run that again. It's facing east. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, so now it's working. Okay. All right, that's good. All right, so now let's take a look at south. And we'll put him right at the bottom here. This time he's facing, get in there, click, 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 facing south. Okay. Turn around from south we want, right? Turn around from south. Okay. And the only other thing we want to check over here is this. Oh, and the timer, right? Timer has to be 0, or else one of these rules here will catch it. All right, or won't catch it. And then just the two over here. dir, appearance, put dir in appearance, do the calculator thing. Right? Remember, random number, 1 to 3, hit equals, give it a name, 1, 2, 4, 3. Uh-oh. Give it a name. There it goes. 1, 2, 4, 3. And then in this case, we want them to go west, north, east. Okay. West, north, east. Again, all capital letters. Text, character number. This guy. Set to 1 right now. Oh, I went to 2. 2 should be the second one north. North. There it is. Okay. New direction. And again, what is this doing? It's giving us west, north, or east. Hit enter. I'll grab the calculator. I'll drop it in. Okay. All right, before we do testing, let's do the other one. Then we'll see if it all works. We'll come up here. We'll face him north. We'll say he's facing north. And we'll do the last rule. Turn around from north. Turn around from north. Left-hand side to start. Okay. Oh. We're on the wrong character. Let's try that again. Here we go. Turn around from north. And we want to say, you look like north. dir is north. Timer is 0. Okay, we'll come on over. Same thing. Bring over dir. Bring over appearance. Put dir in appearance. Calculate dir. Choose a random number. 1 to 3. Enter it in. Give it a good name. 1, 2, 4, 3. All right. Then again, what could we do? East, south, west. East, south, west. Text, character number. This guy drops in here. Give it a name down here. New dir. Give it a good name up here. East, south, or west. Hit enter. Grab the little calculator. Drop it in. Okay. All right. Let's see. He's facing east. He's facing east. Remember, let's pull these at the bottom. We'll even give it a drawer of its own. We'll call it random, no, turnarounds. How about that? Turnarounds. North, south, east, west. So west, east, south, north, north, south, east, west. Good. Okay, I'll save it. Let's put him right in the middle. And now he should have everything he knows how to do. Let's see how he works. We're looking for bugs, looking to see things he shouldn't do. So far, so good. Now, did you notice down there in the corner, he only had 2 options, not 3. But what if he would have picked that third one? Same thing up here. What if he would have picked east? Then I would have saw, oh, I can't go east, and I would have had to pick. Now, that's what I was looking for. That weird little flip, flip, flip business. Oh, good. Let's see if he'll do it again. Nope, he didn't do it that time. But I love that little flip, flip, flip. That's exactly what I was looking for. All right, now watch. You see, he will not go in to you. All right, so now while he's doing his thing, let's do our thing. Look at that. Isn't that weird? Now, what happens here? What happened? It says too many moves. Okay. All right, let's hit R. Let's see what happens. Okay, he should jump. He should jump. Now watch. See that? I hit the up arrow. See? Why is, I mean, you're going to say, well, duh, I would never move into him. Sure you would. All right. For testing purposes, we've been setting this to 1,000. I mean, that's a lot of time. When we actually start doing levels, we're going to figure out what a good amount of time is. So it's very possible that they're going to get very close to the exit or the end, but this number is going to be really low. And they're going to want to speed up to make sure they can get it in time. And errors like that might happen. I'll hit R again. All right. So now our fly is going to have to get positioned inside of every level. Okay. So I think in this level, since start is over here, this isn't a real level. This is just a test. Start is there and end is there. I'll put him up here and I'll make him face the west. And I'll program him to face the west. You see that? Okay. So what we're going to have to do is, for leveling, we're going to have to figure out where he's going to go. So at the start of this level, he would always be here. Okay. Now, when you hit R, a bunch of stuff happened, right? But did you notice it all didn't happen to the frame? Some of them happened to here, right? And if I come in here, can we remember what we did? It says type normal. That's not it. So let's go back to the frame. And what does it say? Constants. Reset. Okay. The resets put everything in here, right? It put playing back into status. Now, first of all, what's it checking? Is status lost? And you press the R. Okay? We are going to need to put him back where he was if a person resets. You see that? Okay, so the end of him, we're going to cancel this, is to give him 2 more variables. All right, an H and a V, to tell him where did he start. Now look, I put him in the right place, and it says that that is 2013. So I can make H20, V13. Okay. These will never change in this level. Now, the last thing I want to do is to create one last rule. So I'm going to actually move him here. Oh, you know what? How about a third variable? Yeah. So I'm going to see if I can, I don't want to make this window bigger. So I'm going to see if I can squeeze these guys up. And we need a third variable. And the third variable is going to be, I'll call it just R. Not R, I'm sorry, just D. And I'll set it, in this case, to W. Okay? This is what direction should he be facing at the very beginning of the game. So if he's over here and he's facing east, and I just lost, I hit R, it's going to need to not only put me at 2013, but it's going to need to flip me around. You see that? Okay. All right, so to make this really work, we're going to do this. All right, this is how it would be set, these two here, if the game was played. All right. Okay, now we're checking for R here. Well, I'm going to do the same thing on this guy. Okay. And actually, if we go into a dot, show easy, show hard. Okay. Let me just, I don't know if I want to do that. Constants reset. Does it set it back to hard? Oh, it does. It does. No, that's okay. That's all right. I thought if they were playing on easy and you hit reset, why would it go back to hard? They can just hit E again if they want easy. All right, so here we go. We're going to do the same thing that they did. We're going to say reset. But over here, we're going to say, I don't care what you look like, right? Okay. Is the status lost? And did the user or the player press the letter R? Okay. So when those things happened, a couple things are going to happen. When we're creating a rule, do you notice you still have access to these if this rule window is open? So you don't have to use this tool. When you're editing a rule, even if this is open, you don't have access to these. They're all ghosted, so you have to use this. All right, but I think it's easier to do it down here because look, what do we want to happen? Look at this. I want to take this H, put it in horizontal. I want to take this V, look, you jump to right here. I want to take this V, put it in vertical. So now he's in the right position, okay? Then I want to take this D, put it in dir. But you notice he's still facing east. The last thing we got to do is take this new dir that we just set in this rule, or if you don't want to do that, if you want to be really, really correct, grab this D and put it in there. Now he's facing the right direction, okay? All right, and actually, he may have lost the game because the fly flew in here. So I want to make sure that I put a do not care because it's possible he's sitting in one of these corners of the frame when the person hits R, okay? All right, so I'm going to hit done. I'll do a save. We're coming close to ending this episode, but we're going to see if we can make this work, okay? So there he goes doing his regular movements, and while he's doing that, I'm going to start my little movements. No, can't go that way. I want to try not to lose right away here. I can come down. I can come down. And can I come? Ooh. Did you see that? Now watch. See? And I won. You see that? All right, I'll hit R. Ah, R is not working. Oh, I can't do R because I won the game. That's why. So I'll hit stop. I'll have to manually do this. I shouldn't have won the game. Let's go back here. We're going to say playing. And we'll keep him down there. Okay. All right, now let's just, okay, what happened here? Oh, too many moves. Okay, well, that's perfect. At least we ended. Notice he's moving. We shouldn't do that. He should freeze just like everything else. So we'll fix that as our last piece. But let's try the R. R. And, oh, that didn't work. Oh, I wonder if it's because, did it set it to lost? Maybe not. Hold on. Let's take moves. Where's moves? To 36. So the instant I move one more time, I should lose. Oh no, it set it to lost. It set it to lost, and it's still lost. So maybe... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. He's not catching it because the frame was created first. So the frame's rule for reset is happening before he can do what he's got to do. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We will create another variable. And this global variable will be the reset for the bad guy. Okay, so I'm going to call this simply reset. And right now, I'll set it to no. Okay, all right, we're in the red, so we're overtime here. So here's what we'll do. First, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go into his reset. And I'm not going to check for this because it doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to say, was the R key pressed while reset set to yes? Okay. If it was, then you're going to do all this stuff and you're going to set reset back to no. Okay. That should fix that up. All right. The other thing is I don't want him moving around. So here's what we'll do. Where's the general movement? Let's see. How can we do this? Do all and continue. Do all and continue. How about, I want to see if I can do that. Well, all right, we'll just do the regular movement. We'll say only move while reset is no. Okay. Just another, oops, sorry, wrong side. We want this side. Come on, get in there. All right, so only move if the game hasn't been reset. Okay. And we might have to change this. I'm rushing here because we're overtime, but I think that we'll have to see. I might have to change this. We'll see. And then the last thing we have to do is go into the frame, and on its reset, okay, see how it says this? If the status is lost, then we're doing all these, and I want to say this reset has to be set to yes, because this is how the other character will catch that it lost. Okay. All right. So we're going to set this back to no. Everything else should be good. All right. We'll close frame down. He's set to no or north. So let's run this. Okay, good. So beep, 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 beep. Good. We lost, and he's still moving. Yeah, I didn't know if he would still be moving, so we're going to have to fix that. Although he didn't. No, he's still moving. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so we'll fix that at the start of the next level. But let's see if this works. I don't want him to be where he's supposed to be, so hold on a sec. Come on. All right, good. I'll wait until he's fairly far away, and then I will hit R. There. Did you see that? He hopped back. So that piece is working. All right, I'm going to hit stop. All right, so when we come back, I want to still tweak this because I don't want him moving if the game is over. I want everything to freeze, just like you do, when the game is over. Okay, so we'll have to give that some more thought. All right. Okay, so I'm going to put a cap on this episode. This is Dave. We're in Stagecast. We are making some great headway on Frame Squared, a neat puzzle game for Stagecast. So until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.